Hey guys, welcome to FTM Transtastic. I'm Emil, and this week we are talking about what to do when you are done transitioning, or done transitioning, because it's not the same for everyone, and some people don't feel like they're ever done transitioning, and it's different. But I will apologize if my thoughts are a bit scattered because my brain is fried. I went up early this morning to go to an audition at a school, and then I went to work, and now I've come home, I've had dinner, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee, I'm filming this, and then I'm gonna go to my next job. Um, yeah, so I'm very tired, but it's been a good day, just a long day. I think that a lot of people, whatever it is that you want to do with your transition, some people just want to change their name, and some people want to change their name, change their legal gender marker, have top surgery, have bottom surgery. Um, a lot of us tend to get very obsessed with the current stage in our transition, um, because it's very important to us. Like, it's understandable. It's understandable because like it's vital for a lot of people, and it certainly was for me, especially in 2015 before I was on testosterone, and then before I had top surgery. It sort of eased up a little bit after testosterone, but I really needed top surgery, and because it was preventing me from doing so many things in life. Um, but I always knew what I wanted to do after that, and I knew what not being on testosterone and not having had top surgery was preventing me from. Because now that I've had top surgery, I'm focusing on getting in shape and finally feeling, because my body's very out of shape. For my age, like, I don't feel strong, like as strong as I used to feel when I was younger, when I was a kid and I moved around a lot and stuff like that. So I want to get into shape again, and yeah, that's what I'm focusing on now, and pursuing my interests like cosplay and music, and I know what I want to do, and I haven't encountered that crisis of feeling like, I also don't feel like I'm done with my transition. I do want bottom surgery, but it's not something that that I feel is very urgent for me. I'm gonna let it take its time, as long as it doesn't take 10 years. um, so yeah, I haven't encountered that crisis, but I know that some people do, and I don't think that it's realistic that we don't obsess so much over our transitions, because we often have to struggle a lot. It does take up a lot of time. Maybe the reason that we work as much as we do, or the jobs that we work, is because we need to save money for surgeries, and it affects our relationships, it affects our families, our works, our lives, like how we are at the gym, whether or not we can go swimming comfortably. It affects so many things, and yeah, so I don't think it's realistic to not like become very preoccupied with your transition, because it is very important to us. But I think it's important to have things outside of our transitions as well. It's very easy to just just think about your surgeries, just think about testosterone, just think about this and that has to do with your transition. But you are a person outside of being trans as well, so I think it's important to not neglect the interests that we have. I know they can be hard, especially if you're like very into sports and you have to deal with the locker room situation or something else that affects you a lot. But I mean, a person doesn't have just one interest. You can probably find something that you're gonna be reasonably comfortable doing, even though you haven't come to a stage in your transition where you would be comfortable doing other things that you also like. So like for me, I've been able to sit at home and play music in my room before I had top surgery. I've been able to write before I was on testosterone. It was, I always had these things. I'm not saying that I'm like the model person. I'm doing like these, I'm like perfect. I'm not. I just recognize that having these interests and still owning them was something that helped me, because I never felt lost after a stage in my transition, and I've always felt very calm about it, and I've seen people that don't. Um, and I mean, it wasn't a conscious thing that I did, it was just I had these interests and I pursued them because they are important to me, because they help me with my mental health and stuff like that. So if you have the means, like look up a course, maybe a weekly course that you really enjoy. I go to a musical course. It has been the best thing for my mental health and throughout my transition. I started before I was on testosterone, and I'm still there, and I don't want to leave. Um, and yeah, like just have other interests besides being trans that doesn't have to do with being trans, I think is a very helpful thing to prevent this crisis. But even if you do enter this crisis of being done with your transition and you don't know what to do, I mean, don't stress about it. It's okay not to know. It's like embrace the unknown. It's not bad not to know. Just let it take its time. Just know who you are outside of being this person who's on their way somewhere. Know who you are when you are just here in the moment as you are right now, even though that may be uncomfortable because maybe you aren't who you feel that you really should be right now, but you will get there someday. I think it's important just to be able to recognize the moment and the now as well, and not to always be focused on the future. Um, because when you are in that future, I think you're gonna be grateful to your past self for having learned to not have to always be on your way somewhere all the time. So find something that can make you a little bit more anchored in the present moment. And yeah, I guess that's it. I'm gonna go now. I hope you've had a lovely weekend, and I will see you next time. Love you. Bye.